I will never get used to this new computer. It's so alien. There you are. Legende. Please capture video game console. Legende. I saw that Divine Hero, I just didn't think to make it because, like, I was busy this weekend with fucking card game shit. I have no excuse. We're back with Legend of Mana. Fuck. Last we did was, the Fairy Arc, which I've come to have, like, a weird appreciation of. And hopefully I logged it. It's not Star-Crossed Lovers. Heaven's Gate. Okay, we did do it. Also, what is the item for the recipe? Because remember, with our current equipment right now, we could only really have, like, a cape, a ring, or one other thing I can't remember. Put the recipe in Discord, and I'll review the numbers. Geo is the next one. Thought so. I still know this video game. I never give you seeds. Some bitch. Right, I don't have spiky seeds anymore because my brain is so big. We need Elazul? Oh, sweet. So then we gotta pick him up in, Domina. I also got a compliment today. Somebody said, I'm surprised that you were actually able to make a functioning golem. And I just sat there like, I don't know, dude. It just kinda happened. Like, the compliment was specifically, you made a golem that functions and hits something. And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? Oh yeah, sword. God, I wish I could just, like, pick up an area and move it. So I could fix my map. And have it not be garbage. I believe Elazul is in the bar? Yes. With this gigantic sword that's actually not that big. Come on, let's go. Don't be cringe. Be free. I don't think I ever reviewed Elazul stuff now that I think about it. Elazul has ST meter plus, which charges your super meter faster, which is pretty good actually. He also rolls with a pretty good obsidian sword and some basic gear. And his special technique is Laser Blade, which I don't think we've seen him do yet. And admittedly, I don't think we're gonna see him do. Because I don't think there's a whole lot of combat with, Oh! Hi, Pearl, what's up? Please stay here, Pearl. I mean, It's dangerous here, too. Stay at my place. The kids will love ya. I don't know if it's ever, like, confirmed or anything, but I always got, like, this vague undertone that Pearl is, like, somewhere either within bi or just straight up gay, but I'm, like, not 100% sure. I think it's at least bi just because she does the flirting thing to the main character for both sides. Also, zero attraction to Elazel, just putting that out there. Make sure that it isn't. No more Undine, go figure. Already. Also, Beast Hunter. Shush. Man, that it's not bad here, but something about the AI filtering here, I'm just kind of like, Mudstone. I don't remember her being called Mudstone in the game. Also, one thing to note, in the anime specifically, this quest does not exist, because it actually focuses on, the triplets that she is separated from, not this character specifically. If I remember right, she should be somewhere around here. I'm guessing in class? Yes. Esmeralda. Uh-oh. Elazel, shut up! We're in public! Oh man, I'm so glad that we came in on Katinya's class. This is like, hey, like, I don't care about your personal life, but she's in class. Get the fuck out. Oh, I think you got it in reverse, Kyleman. It's gonna be real awkward if the next day is Gnome Day. Oh, I guess that cutscene occurs on not Gnome Day, then it's supposed to be Gnome Day. Also, I should really do that Niccolo quest at some point. Nope! Ah! Oh wait, it's Gnome Day. Fuck it. We're good. Yeehaw, boy howdy. Oh, right. The big thing about Geo is that the day matters, so they give you a means to, like, cycle the day at the inn. But hey, it worked out in my favor. I'm the best, everything was planned. I'm not owned. Thank you, Beast Hunter, because I think that might be helpful for later in the quest. But also, I think that costs money. Ma'am? Boy, are you ready to fucking die, my dude? I would love to shatter this fucking stained glass asshole. Beat him up! Yeah! Fuck him up! Okay, she's actually pretty smart about this. Fuck pride, I'd rather live. Nah. Fortunately, I haven't seen anyone. Posted the recipe. Let's see. Seeds, wisp silver, 2 needles, 1 white feather, 1 moth wing or creepy eye. Do I have the pieces? The lucky clover. See, that's why the emeralds are triplets, because it's a clover. Shilagande until I mana. Wow, Arena, what? Fucking... I should see if we could get this recipe that was posted in my general direction. So, 2 seeds, got those. Wisp silver. I would have to farm that somewhere. I don't know where I would have wisp at, but I would have to farm it. 2 needles or needle lettuce. I have needles. A white feather. I have that. A moth wing or a creepy eye. Trying to see if I have a moth wing anywhere. I do have a creepy eye. So I have everything of this recipe but the wisp silver, and we could, like, probably bullshit that later. But I'm guessing I just let the day pass. What is this wing? What do you mean, Blaze? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think we need to let a day pass, and then, I think Elazil has to go. Is this the one where you make your own map? Yep. You're given a place and you just put areas down. And it can get real awkward at times. Man, I would like a rest at the end. Right now, we're currently doing the 3rd of 3 arcs, and the one that was actually so popular that Square Enix decided to make it an anime. And which is really funny, because the quest we're doing right now isn't in the anime. They took a different approach to it. I don't need your protection, blue man. I need this hot lady. What the fuck is the calendar? My eyes wigged out and I thought I saw Bud in class. That'd be really funny. Just sneak into class on the last day so you get counted for the graduation hours. Dryad Day. I love my 4-day vacation in a college town. Yep, Undini Day. This is like the Sunday or something, I'm assuming. I do find it interesting that in terms of college classes, this school has like a 2 days off system for a Japanese game, where Japan usually only has like 1 day off for classes. They have 2-day weekends now. Yeah, this is a game from 1999, Koshi. Come on. Also, wow, they have 2 days off now? Nice. Good for them. Do they have 2-day weekends in 99? What the fuck is anime even talking about then at this point? Ah, yes, I believe... No, Florina was not talked about. Ruben was talking about Diana. Divine Hero says they were wrong on one part of the recipe. It needs needle lettuce. I don't know if I have that. And this Nunu guy. Interesting that she already knows he has a guardian. Also, I like how Mr. Nunezak is teaching this kid about, cuckolding. I'm more than capable of guardian. That's why I've lost my my charge twice. Also, this is what I always like about this, is that whenever you play as the lady lead, everybody talks about her hair pipes, which I think look really cool. I always like the Valkyrie look. We can start in 2002. That makes even less sense, cause, well, that makes a weird lack of sense for the Persona series. But then again, that game is always kind of odd, because in Persona, in Persona 3 onward, the series takes place in 2009 onward, and they only have 1-day weekends, so it's like really odd that they stuck to that. Also, look, I forgot that Elazel just fucking disappears. Telling me what your sisters look like, young lady. Elazel, why are you going to a jewelry store with your visible heart? It's fine. It's like trying to find, you know, a tree in the forest. That doesn't make sense. Shit. I don't know what allegory I'm going for, but it makes sense, don't worry. So, I should actually look at, our NPC, Esmeralda. Weird, she has the same, HP recovery as both, Rabbi and Golem. I wonder why. Wink. I also wonder why she has no equipment. Or no skills. She doesn't even have a unique special technique. All she can do is spin and cheer. She's a cheerleader. If I remember where to go, we want... either go to the Palace or the Jewelry Store. Palace of the Arts. Now, if we hadn't done a quest specifically in the White Forest, we would actually see Skippy and Hamson here working. Also, this haughty young woman is Lamia. I don't know how her hair holds up like that. Also, the statue right next to Sotheby's portrait on the right, I believe that is a reference to either Secret or Trials. I want to say Trials of Mana, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, there is a lot of references in this room specifically. Like, on the right, that's either Sprite or, actually, I think these are all just Seiken Densetsu characters, now that I think about it. Not Seiken Densetsu 3 specifically, aka Trials of Mana. Because, like, you have Rice on the left. You have, the girl that sounds like Elmer Fudd on our bottom right. Shawat! And yes, this is a big... The big thing about, the Jumi arc is a lot of rumors. Like, Jumi cores have the power of healing, Jumis will boost your magic, Jumi are extremely unlucky. There's also more statues. There's a familiar statue here if you notice. But also, hey, look who's here. Happens to be another Jumi here, Diana, who is apparently no longer on? You can't exactly give up being, you, ma'am. Florina is dead. Also, man, I was looking at this treasure chest to the left of Diana, and I know those are supposed to be like handles, just think, I thought they were just the letter E. Ma'am, you got a death wish or something? Oh yeah, as Divine Hero mentioned, the basement is one of two places where you could A, get a co-op partner, and B, you could actually fight your friend if they have a memory card as well. It's very funny. Look, an emerald. But hey, we found an emerald. Also, there's a boy here that we're not gonna talk to right now. But yeah, we have what? We have Undine over there. We have Tropicalo, I want to say. I don't know what this is. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a common enemy. I just don't remember what. But yeah, you have the knight, you have... I don't think... Was there a male wizard in Trials of Mana? Because, like, the only wizard I could think of was the gal, who I believe is over here on our, like, extreme left. And I don't know if this is the werewolf or not. Oh, that's Hawkeye? I guess that makes sense. It's hard to tell because he doesn't have a knife. Which would mean this would be the werewolf. Found out you can see Earl King's reflection in Maid Rio. Nice. But yeah, it's a little cheeky reference that the Legend of Mana Crew is here. Also, there's a really funny statue here where it's a hobgoblin, but depicted as like a raccoon, but not in Japan with the big nuts. My brain is like leaving me right now. Tanuki, thank you. My brain just stopped there. Yeah, we pointed that out, Alice. That's just the entire cast of Trials of Mana. Now we go here. Please don't run in the store. Also, like, we were talking about a while ago, but man, Esmeralda was really like, hey there, I'm a Jumi. You got any of these? The Deathbringer's army killed my sisters. Also, man, Esmeralda's got some fucking sass. Also, the anime is a lot different because, I believe in the anime, it is in fact all of the sisters, so I was wrong, Esmeralda is part of it. And they're going to Geo, but I don't remember what the other sisters' names were. Because it's Esmeralda, but I can't imagine what else they could do with the name Emerald. Unless they're all named Esmeralda, which is their parents are stupid. Now where are we supposed to go, honestly? Because we did the palace, we did the thing. Where else are we supposed to look? Because I don't remember. We Apen Shop? No, not We Apen Shop. The inn. Oh, fuck. What was the trick for this? Something you gotta do here, I forget what. It's fun. No, robot, you were supposed to spy on them! Robot, why don't you spy on them? Damn, I guess we can't use foreknowledge to our advantage. Oh, I guess I can't, like... I can't do a thing here? I do distinctly remember getting stuck here and needing a guide. Needs to be Dryad Day. Oh, that's when I'm assuming Mephiles is in office. No, I want to stay at the end, damn it. Salamander. The funny thing about this is that all the rest of the quests are a lot more straightforward. It's just this one is a big ol' thing that I believe is supposed to acclimate you to Geo more than anything. Like after Order Day, it's Dryad Day? No. This vacation's getting really expensive. Damn it. I hate these fucking minis. I'm going to cry. I can see why they changed it for, the anime, cause man. And then Cassandra stayed at the inn for 6 days. There we go, try a day. Time for highway robbery. Answer me, my dear sisters. I need to steal you. Yeah. I don't think, you know... I don't think taking what is ostensibly a, oh, what's the term I'm looking for? A trafficked human being is thievery. Chat, if you disrupt human trafficking, are you a thief? What next? Because we got the one from the manor, we got the one from here, and then it's the inn now. You need to leave to the map and then come back. Okay. Is it to this map, or is it the map? There we go. Don't touch my plant, that's my plant! Yeah, that's a soul in there. Are you participating in human trafficking? Violence is wrong. I'm gonna get me emerald back. And then... turns out the tea people are very much saps. Learned a really dumb Japan fact. What's that? Alabama Monogatari. What? Does To Kill a Mockingbird take place in Alabama? Jean Valjean Monogatari. Wow. Imagine having a survival instinct to not cry because it'll shave years off your life. Oh hey, look who it is. Look who's being anime as fuck right now. Card. This game has the weirdest fantasy rules. I like it a lot. I like the fact that, basically... Gingerbread guys? Where the fuck were the gingerbread guys? Because, like, I was just saying I like the fact that there are just basically, like, it's not humans with a sprinkling of other humanoid people. Bartenders. Oh, that's gingerbread? I thought they were just puzzle people. But yeah, I like the fact that it is a world where there's like an equal amounts of literally everything. Fucking walrus and penguin pirates, 8-year-olds as a magic race, teapot people. It's really good. They look like cookies. I mean, that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. I just thought it was like point of fact that it was cookie people. Also, I figure since you're here for us, Dog, I gotta mention that this quest doesn't appear in the anime. Instead, it is basically a road trip with the 3 twins, so you can see the result of this quest in triplicate. There was a note. I'm not gonna lie, after doing this quest, I'm kind of glad they changed this part of the storyline in general. So it definitely feels like this is more to get you acclimated to Geo rather than, you know, be part of the plot. I personally don't know. Why did we split up again? Esmeralda feels like she'd be safer with Nunezak rather than us. I also forgot that the Popcorn Man was here. Circle, objectively the worst shape. Where is the girl? Hey, dumbass, where's the girl? Ugh, you suck. Oh, I think I know where we gotta go. Yeah, Christy's place. Let me through. I need to go. I need to save 2 people, more than likely. Hard to believe that this is supposed to be the werewolf for Trials of Mana. Cause like it makes sense because we have the maid, we have the Valkyrie, the knight, Hawkeye, I guess, and the kid. But like, it's really hard to tell that that's supposed to be the werewolf dude. Show it. Trials of Mana. What? What happened? Where'd they go? Where'd the kid? Diamondo. What? Wow, you worked my golem. That's impressive. Oh boy, you ready to fight 5 more of these? What's up? Oh wow, my golem actually shot something. get him, Golem! Wow, I think Golem actually killed it. Radical! I mean, I did most of the work, but Golem got the kill, and he deserves it. God, I'm looking at, God, what the fuck was her name? I'm looking at the Jewel Thief, and I'm looking like, man, you have a really long arm, ma'am. Ooh, whoop. Can't believe we just let her do that. For a magical teleporting grappling hook. The Jewel Hunter wants to exact revenge on the entire Jumi race. But for what? Ooh, oh boy, Platinum. If you were doing the Jumi arc first, that would be an artifact for another quest. And we outie. And yeah, during this quest, Pearl stays at your house, which is very cute. Yeah, that is Esmeralda. A rather normal-looking girl. Though I don't know how anybody can see her as anything but, like, a Jumi with that gigantic emerald in her chest. Also, wow, that quest took us 46 minutes. What? I don't remember it being that long. Yep, bye. Hey, Cactus. My first job as bodyguard kind of was a rousing failure, and I need to, like, trauma dump. That was the Lucky Clover. Another friend in my master's life. She was a pile of dirt. Did I get it right? I didn't know what to say to that, so I just couldn't look straight into my master's eyes. Sorry. I don't think little Cactus has enough brain cells to be a racist. I think the little guy was just, like, parroting me? Also, fun fact, I'm pretty sure we discussed this before, Little Cactus is gonna be in Visions of Mana. Because apparently Visions is gonna be like a collection of a lot of ideas from the Mana series in one, and Little Cactus is just there. He usually is. Really? I haven't played any games past The Legend of Mana, so I wouldn't know. Cosmo. Is Little Cactus in Trials? I don't remember him at all. The Jewel Thief took Pearl to the caverns. He was added in the remake. Oh, I played the, what's it called? The Nintendo Online translation. Oh, this is how they tell you. I played the translation on Nintendo's online service, the actual SNES one. It's like a real good animation. Why did it go back to my place? I want to go. Why didn't we go back to my home? Oh, I should absolutely buy Trials of Mana and make Charlotte my first character to torment you all. It'll be excellent. Fucking Elmer Fudd ass playthrough. Why is there a mad duck here? And those legs, yowza! So since there are two boinks here, they allow us to go in different directions. We'll take this boink? No. Boink, get the fuck over here. Oh god, they're colluding. No, boink, go away. I need this boink. Time to die, Hobgoblin! Black elk? What the hell is that? Is an obsidian... Wow! That would actually be pretty good if you got that starting out. But also you can just get blacksmithing really early in this game, so, you know, it doesn't exactly scam anything. Hey! Man, you look a bit odd. What's up? What are you talking about? I'm trying to find Pearl, like... Why would you mod Trials of Mana out of curiosity? My core has never clouded so much. What does that mean? Well, this eventually allows us to see if he's anywhere as, like, decently aggressive as Lark. Wishbone. Wishbone is an animal bone pendant. That only does +3 luck. Oh, I mean that's just why everybody mods the game. I just assumed that was just, you know, part of the course for modding. Let's talk about Darkest Dungeon and how literal Japanese porn artists have made alternate portraits for the characters that were in fact not pornographic, which is really funny. I like this, like, do I look like the sort of woman that takes orders? Also, man, it's kind of incredible that, she was able to damage a strong-ass gem with cardboard. Paper cut on my heart. Sandra, knock it off, damn it. It is biologically impossible for a Jumi to cry. Please stop. Heiress to the memories of antiquity. What does that mean? Also, this is why Pearl fucking rules. Because what if Pearl had a devil trigger? Also, a gigantic pearl in her forehead. I forgot about that one. Okay, good. We get a split second to show off Lady Black Pearl, and her cranked as fuck synchro effect instantly fill your limit break. Also, she has so much attack power, holy shit. Because she uses a hammer, and that thing fucks. Super Slugger, Blammo, Blazing Hammer, and the Soul Reaver with her hammer. Ah, good night, Beast Hunter. Now it's time to fight one of these Jewel Raptors, but red. What are these called? Jewel Beast. Yeah, you go next to her, your bar is filled. Bam! Beautiful 3. Well, gonna go next to her, slide it again! Oh my god, Black Pearl, please! Yeah, that's the big thing about Black Pearl, is that if you use her, things will just die. In between her cranked power and her ability to just give you limit break. That's why we're never gonna be able to use her again. No, I'm not joking when I say for the rest of the Jumi arc up until the very end, you will never get to use Black Pearl again. And it sucks. I also think that Alazul is locked away too. Because Alazul got hit with a plot bullet made of cardboard. And now he's just gonna, like, bum on my bed. Medicine doesn't work on Jumi, unfortunately. When they get hurt, they get McFucking hurt. Cosmo. That's not a gem, though. Is it? Yeah, Jumi are the most persecuted and have the worst buffs. It's like, I can't think of any upside to being a Jumi, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Scary Pearl Lady. Little Cactus looking at me like, can you get this dude out of our place? The vibes with him are rancid. Hey, Yami, what's up? Cosmo. Pearl disappeared again, so Lazo went and looked for her again. Sandra and the Lord of Jewels and lots of people were in today's story. It made me sleepy. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Thanks, Kyle. Try not to speak, dude. You need to, like, regenerate your gem. Forget to inform you I am in town near Boston. I mean, is that a bad thing? I don't know anything about Boston. Also, hello as a suspect. I have not... Well... You do know that Pearl isn't Pearl anymore, right? Work trip. I wonder if it, like, touched the scratch on Elazil's gem. Would it be, like, poking someone in the heart and watching them, like, keel over? Whoop. Well, my save point's back. Why onions, Chokester? To cry. Oh, yeah, huh? No, you don't understand. It's a biological imperative for them to not cry. Ooh, that's a fruit we haven't got. A boar melon. That's not a pun at all, chat. There's a reason why apricot works. It's because you change one letter and the entire dynamic is different. Boar melon just feels like a weird mishmashing of things. There's also looks like a squalfin growing, but like, I can't pick it yet. So there should be a specific way to get needle lettuce. Weird question, and I don't know if you know this, Divine Hero, because I'm pretty sure you're looking at game FAQs. What color is a needle lettuce? Big long seed. Also, how about a round long seed? The seed may not bear all the fruit it can. Should I still take it? Sure? Oh, I guess it's because I still have the squalfin growing. Well, the question is, how are we supposed to know that we gotta go back to the Tower of Lyris? Check the seeds in your inventory real quick. Do they mention color? Yes, they do. I believe round is blue, oblong is yellow, crooked is red, big is green, long is white. I never harvested here. Whoo, buddy. It's green. Okay, so I should focus on big seeds. Blue plus yellow gives you a 48 and 256 chance. Round and oblong also works. Isn't oblong yellow? Give me the fruit. I'm trying to figure out what squalfin is. Is it supposed to be a squash? And then you have the orcaplint, which kind of works. Big flat seed. So, blue plus yellow works. And we want to focus on green, so let's try green and white? We'll come back to those later. Cabadillo. So Tower of Laris is next. I'm guessing we have to assume that if we're looking for Pearl, she'd go back to where she was a while ago. Because I'm looking back on this quest, I'm sitting here wondering, how are we supposed to know stuff? Yep. There he is. Sure, just don't fucking keel over, my dude. 2 pearls. Being a Jumi is like 2 pearls at the edge of a cliff. Well, check this shit out. Encounter's off. How many times does this make it? This is the second time we're doing it, and we're gonna be doing this quick. Magical Fury. Because I could just turn encounters off. But then I also have to remember where the fuck we have to go. Yeah, if anything, you probably remember this song from Legend of Mana because you would have been trapped in this area twice. Counters off is a nice gimmick. Yeah, I personally don't know if I'd call it a gimmick, but it is a nice quality of life thing to make sure that we don't lose our fucking mind with random encounters. I guess this is not the area for the portal. Yeah, I did this level initially, but now that we're here just doing this again, I'm just gonna fucking go. Someone's cooking outside. Oh, good old Tower Lyris. I didn't miss you. It's only really here for like 2 quests, isn't it? Man, if you were to do a full-on remake of Legend of Mana, I wonder how you would do it. Because, like, a lot of the charm is from how this game is vastly different from other RPGs, but also, it's where a lot of its flaws are. Because, like, a lot of stuff could be missed behind the map generation system, and then there are just areas that exist only to be, like, a 1 or 2 quest thing. I mean, I know Pearl, though. She stayed at my house. I can open the door, man. There are 2 pearls within you. One is a dog, one is a wolf. Claris? What the fuck is that? Will you sacrifice for your life for the good of your entire race? Ah yes, that's way better, Jokester. There are 2 pearls within you. One has a giant hammer, one does not. Oh, Mana Sword, you mean this thing? We have this right here, man. If you want the Mana Sword, I got it right here. But thou must. Can't wait for Black Pearl to just shatter Elazo's core into 1,000 pieces. Wait here, Pearl, like a good girl. We'll be back soon. I'll beat the shit out of this knight, it'll be fine. Oh no, she's not real. Finally, a mix-up for boss fights. Now we gotta fight the Terror themselves. As we just have perfectly symmetrical missing. Uh-oh. Holy shit. I didn't think that hit me. I notice I have a little harder time doing chains from light into heavy with heavy sword. Got her. Time to set up the scene again. Alright, time for me to fuck off and, you know, never be used again. And here is the big central thing for the Jumi. If anybody cries for the Jumi, they will be turned to stone. That's why they're always so aloof for people that are not, you know, their own. Also, hey, Cassandra, or not Cassandra, Pearl, did you just, like, appear from my golem? It's a very goofy thing just because this game was supposed to originally be, what, 4:3 aspect ratio. And with 16:9, you can see more of the game, but you can clearly tell that all the spawn-in points are still the same. So we can just watch Pearl appear from nowhere for the scene. Two Pearls complete. Also, Black Pearl's design is pretty good. Very aquatic in design, honestly. Like, I don't know if I would hearken Hammer to aquatic design, but still, it looks really good. Oh, the question is now what? Because, like... Oddly enough, for how much I remember this quest line, I don't remember how to, like, activate it half the time. Cactus, did you know that you have 2 pearls in your heart? One pearl has a hammer, you know? Starter Town. Ah. I think I remember. Oh, the slots are slowly filling up. Where the fuck is 2 pearls? Not 2 torches, 2 pearls. There you are. Pearl disappeared and then Elazil found her, but Black Pearl was there too and wouldn't give Pearl back to Elazil. We need more love in this world. It's such a weird thing, because, like, I'm thinking about how we progress this game, and, how even though I remember a lot of the game, I don't remember how to progress it. Meanwhile, like, with, say, Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, I could just play that game and know where to go, but not tell you how I know where to go? If that makes any sense at all? Why do we have a bunch of lemon fish? Also, some stuff is not done growing yet, because there's a... The Squallfin is not done, but also there's like a gray thing next to it that's not done. Probably because of instinct. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And also this game's a bit more, like, freeform? So, like, you can't really imagine, like, do X, then Y, then Z, and then whammo blammo. I watched too many randomizers to watch a normal playthrough. That's kind of why I don't dig the randomizers, just because it's like... It's trying to, like, it's trying to... to me, a rando feels like trying to squeeze blood from a stone. Get that last little bit of content out of this video game! Meanwhile, here I am contemplating a La Mulana randomizer. Just to test myself. As fucking some dickhead in Naruto said, I want to test my abilities. Bar. So, the pair is here. We need to see Diana and Shio. Sure, I'll do an escort quest. Alexandrite. So, fun fact, this part happens in the anime, but they also show what Elazil does during this segment. And I remember it involving some cursed as shit blade. Sounds like something Doshington would do. God, I've been watching that guy's video on roguelikes recently, and it's a very interesting, like, dissection of why we find roguelikes to be so fascinating. Uh-oh. That's not Shio, though. That's stabbing... That's stabbing, Polpoda. No, no! Take me back! I wanna go there! Ugh. I was ruminating on something, chat. There's a way to see the full art portraits of, characters in-game, right? Because, I believe the books in our house would allow us to do that, right? Yeah? They do it because it's cool, but also, even though it looks cool, it kind of wastes your time, which is a really silly paradox. So, fun fact about this quest and this video game. This quest in particular is the big reason that when I graduated from high school, I made my class ring an Alexandrite. I still gotta find that ring too, because like I'm wondering where I lost it somewhere in my house. I just don't remember where it is. But also, that ring would be way too small for me, and that's tragic. Oh right, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not supposed to be here. They're getting forced back to the home part. I think it's to just... I think because well, no, it can't be a cutscene because it's like queued up to our map. Man, we need to talk to the diamond in your basement later. I have no idea. Let's go upstairs and ask the lady or her butler what's up with her statue. Oh, fuck. No, no, let me back in. I want to talk to the snack lady. I love how it's just like, I don't know where I'm supposed to put this fucking statue. You crazy? I heard Jumi will turn to rocks if they shut off their emotions. Part of the ceremony, one of choosing partners, and Jumi must gather keys of the heart to awaken Stone Guardian and become her knight. What a weirdo. Man, that's Jumi. Hey, are you ready to go through Geo again? Cause I sure as shit don't remember where the keys to the heart are. But there are only so many areas. This arc made me hate Geo. Yeah. Every bartender has a barrel in their soul. Guess we gotta be a bartender at Oz's stand. Yep, already commented on that, Keen. We actually only just realized this stream. Oh, they're actually shown here. Shit. This is a key of pride. That's a sin, you know. I'm glad that your core could give us, like, a count. Man, I imagine that Pearl would be really fun to just hang around with. Because she just seems like a very pleasant person to be around. The key of pain! In order to access someone's heart, you have to understand their pride, their pain, and their... I'm gonna get sorrow with how metal these are all sounding. Hey, Mephines, I'm gonna steal this key. Eh, whatever. Take the key, I don't need it. You're pretty cool of me. Help me kill my brother. Key of hate. Wow. Sir, why are you so interconnected to the Jumi? Like you had a core and a key to the heart. Also, you were like acting like a villain when we first met you, and now you're just kind of cool. Can't believe Mephines is actually a very swell guy. He was just trolling Katinya. Can't believe Mephines looks at his students and is like, hey, you want to play a prank on one of your teachers? Let's do this. Hmm? Where'd the statue go? I think we have to talk to Diana or some shit. Not Diana, the Lamia lady, I forget her name. What the fuck is her name? We've heard fucking... Oh, hey, look. It's there. Also, why do you want me to hold up, Kyleman? I love how Pearl's only ability is to crouch. Can't believe she shut off her heart in order to, you know, like, save her from being stabbed by the Jewel Hunter. You found my soul of pain and hate. I wonder, for those that watched the anime, did the Jumi's gems glow whenever they were nearby? It's been a while. I think I only watched that like last year, so I don't remember. Ages past, the Jumi were known as friendly people. They cried for the wounded, giving up their lives bit by bit so that others may live. The only problem with that is that people got real fucking greedy. It turns out after, like, what, decades of being hunted, the Jumi evolved to not cry. They were physiologically incapable of crying because they got hunted to death. I've been here this whole time. And yes, the big reason why this all happened is because Diana consigned the last healer of the Jumi to death. Also, it's kind of fucked up that, like, in order for, like, an entire race to live, they choose one person to die so that others may live. Okay, but if you're so fascinated about the Jumi, why don't you cry for them, ma'am? Wow, you just murdered like 2 guardians at once, holy shit. That calling card is fucking lethal. Oh, Diana's dead. Now, if I remember right, Diana was Ruben's, guardian? It's also really funny, that little detail that if anything it's damage of a Jumi, it just, like, regenerates back. Also, there's a thing on the ground there. There we go. Okay, so after this, do we go to the jewel shop here, or is there another step? Because I know that eventually we have to go to the jewel shop. But I forget if there's a step in between. But actually there is a step in between and I gotta talk to my cactus. I should also look at the other orchard real quick to see if he has gotten us, what was it? Needle lettuce? Oh wow, nothing has grown yet. What? I guess I haven't been out as much. We're drying up the world of mana for my crops. Gotta get my squalifiant, chat. Can't believe I'm the one leading, like, seller of produce left on Fadiel. I don't know if it's ever mentioned explicitly, but this world is called Fadiel. And I believe every Legend of Mana world is named something different. But I could be wrong on that front. I just know that for Legend of Mana, the world is called Fadiel. Now I gotta tell a cactus about my jams. And how I failed to save another Jumi. It keeps fucking happening. So complicated. I know, right? It's a string of bullshit that I can't figure out. What was that quest called? Oh shit, I forgot. What does the Jumi say when he sees his people after a long time? You miss me? Get it? You miss me? Whoa, wait, what's the matter? You can't take the punishment? Niccolo fast travel is in the next quest. Oh, okay. No! My cactus is adorable. Don't burn him. I love that little dude. I'm still mad that at work I won a cactus that looked like little cactus and it died after a year and a half. Because I didn't know how to care for a cactus and I apparently overwatered it? Oh, I know where the next place goes, and yes, we need to take Niccolo up on his offer, don't we? I'm late because I just finished Shazam 2. Yeah, that sounds like superhero movies. Gotta love it when the main prop looks like those over-painted minis you see on the internet. I don't know anything about Shazam, so I wouldn't know. Fluorite? Okay, so how do I explain what happened here? Because we just kind of got here, but if you notice in the jewel store, there was a chest with 4 colored gems on it. That is a magic pocket dimension that leads to this room where this woman lays in a jewel box. It's Florina. Apparently Florina's having bad dreams, which is why, hey, look who's back! It's the clown! The clown that I thought was the wisdom. Yeah, I think when I first saw this, I remember wondering what the fuck a tapir was, not knowing, like, the Japanese legend of the tapir. Why are you having such nightmares? Explain yourself. Why you gotta be a problematic bitch? You just like walk in other people's dreams, dude. By the way, we finally get a name for her. This is Belle the Witch. My name is Chumpy. Nightmare gravity theory is certainly a statement. Is it supposed to be like how stand users are drawn to each other? And this is actually real, like, real stuff here. Dreams being based on reality, because when you sleep, your mind is recontextualizing its memories through dreams. Hello, Iron Chitlin.
What's up, motherfucker?
I see you're back once again for Legend of Mana.
Yeah, I don't know what this game is, so let's fucking do it.
You actually do remember because, you actually do have some memory because, you were in a stream where I fought a big dragon boss and I killed it in one hit.
I was there for like a little bit to ask like one question in the chat that I was like, I'm bored now, and then I went away. But yeah, I played Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo, if that counts.
It kind of does, but it's not like a direct sequel. It's more like a Mythos sequel, if that makes any sense. Because if you remember, like in one of the Secret of Mana boss fights is a golem, and in this game you could just build one for use.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I ever beat Secret of Mana. I was playing it with a friend way back when, and didn't ever finish it. Got stuck somewhere.
I'm of the opinion that you could only really beat Secret of Mana if you know how to magic scam. Because who buddy, some of those attacks are real fucking mean. But Legend is like a weirdly different creature in that there are 3 big plot lines, and we're currently in the middle of one, which is involving like the slow extinction of a race of jewel people. And we're trying to figure out why one person is like actively killing them. Though this is more of a side story of, hey, we finally found the missing healer of their people, but they're having nightmares, so we gotta figure out what's what.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Rabbit Man, make this easy. I have like $10,000, Rabbit. I'm goal. I don't know if I want to be here, Niccolo.
Wait, there's the first game in the Mana series was a Final Fantasy spin-off?
It was called Seiken Densetsu, but it was called, Final Fantasy Legends over here, I want to say.
Final Fantasy Adventure, according to Wikipedia.
That is it, yes.
Yeah.
It's weird because they didn't know how to bring Seiken Densetsu over until Secret of Mana. And then it became known as the Mana suit. Yeah, Koshi said it best. It got the Saga treatment. They basically stapled a more recognizable name to the game. That way it would sell.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense.
And if you're wondering why this is a whole lot of nonsense shit, it's because it's a dream. Dreams are nonsense.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But also, we do have a pet cactus that does talk to us.
I mean, anything can happen in a dream, sure. Oh, wow.
What's up?
God, there's another entry in the series coming out later this year.
Yep, Visions of Mana, which is meant to like pay homage to all of the Mana series.
Wow.
It looks really good. Also, I should really do something here because I just remembered that new PC. I don't have Chitlin's icon ready to go.
Do you really need my icon?
It helps to see. It helps people to recognize who's talking, and it's like super fucking easy to do.
Alright.
It's become almost second nature.
Shame there's no one to animate my mask while I talk.
Well, it does bounce.
I guess that's something.
Hiya. There we go. I am kidnapping Chitlin to be a VTuber.
Oh god. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I disagree.
I mean, yeah. that would be...
This is the worst thing, ironically.
Yeah. I would love for this to be the worst thing that's ever happened to me. That would be fantastic.
And yeah, the big thing about these jewel people is that once upon a time they had a unique function of if they cry, they could heal people with those teardrops, but it would be at the cost of their own life. And naturally, when you hear something so whimsical and mystical, people got really greedy for them and started hunting them down for their own personal use. So they just biologically evolved to not cry anymore.
Oh.
And now that's becoming a problem because they're being actively killed.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, why wouldn't you just, like, capture one and then torture it every now and then to cure yourself?
That's the secret. They did.
Oh, good.
In fact, when this race of people also had to go to war, they did that themselves. Because, like, it is a big cultural thing for this race that, in order to keep them alive, one individual must, like, give up their own life to ensure, like, the lifespan of the many. Which is pretty fucked up if you think about it.
Yeah, that's just a human sacrifice in different terms.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, but it's still no less, like, really fucked up to say, where you just point to someone and say, hey you, for the greater good of literal thousands, you have to die. Also, one thing that I noticed is that, like, kind of realized this while doing this quest is that, the Jumi have Knights and Guardians. The Knights are the bodyguards and the Guardians are supposedly the healers, but not anymore. Our buddy there, Elazul, had his Guardian failed to protect his Guardian, but we never quite figure out who his original Guardian was. Oh, right, I should... Go ahead.
So I have kind of a, I guess, canon question about the Mana series.
What's that?
So is Mana kind of like the Xenogears, Xenoblade series, whatever you want to call it? In that it's kind of similar.
It plays by the same rules of Final Fantasy in that the only uniform thing is A, the planet, and B, interconnective tissues. Like every Mana series has the 8 elements. They have certain things like the innkeepers, certain races, but the plot is almost always different. The culture is almost always different. The design space is always different, and there is no continuity in between them.
Okay, that's cool. I appreciate not having to know an entire series going into something new.
It is especially relevant for Legend of Mana because it's entirely detached from the rest of the series.
Yeah. Apparently it's part of a spin-off series.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, there's apparently 4 spin-offs. Legend, Children, Heroes, and Rise.
I'll have to look those up then.
Yeah, this is all new to me. Oh, apparently one of them's the latest one, Rise of Mana, is iOS, Android, and PlayStation Vita. So I'm gonna play that.
Oof.
Yeah. I don't know if you're one of the 3 people who owns a Vita, but you know.
No. Technically, I do, because I had to buy a Vita TV to Let's Play Muramasa the Demon Blade.
Oh, really?
And yes, Vita TVs are actually relatively cheap. I got mine for $20 10 years ago.
Nice. Have you used it for anything else, or?
Fuck no. Look, all I saw was an opportunity to Let's Play something for $60, and I'm like, yeah, sure, fucking whatever.
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
I think I do still have the Vita TV. It's really funny too because in Square Enix's like very strange like decision making, this show actually got an anime as well. And it was actually pretty good up until the last episode where you could see the nanosecond where the budget went to 0. Which is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Got an LP Soul Sacrifice Delta. I ain't got an LP shit. Huh.
It's true. You don't have to LP anything. Like people were trying to get me to LP Caden Lynch 2 in another server, and I said no. I'm not
I saw that and I was like, man,
yeah,
that sounds miserable.
I've decided I'm not doing that. So.
Hey, Kyleman or Divine Hero? Where the fuck do we go next? Because Nicola's hemorrhaging me money. I could get money later if I grind for it, but like... It's becoming a real problem. He's just taking my money.
There we go.
The top left at the Oasis? Or, like, the one after this? And not having played this for, like, what? 20 some odd years has, has definitely, like, faded a bit from memory. Oh no, I overshot it.
Okay.
Fuck.
I have figured out how to pop the Discord stream out into its own thing, so I can
Nice.
so I can see everything now. Good. I am good at computers.
I'm gonna stop using Nicola's generous service in favor of walking there. That way I could, you know, save money. Especially when I can turn off encounters, this is great.
I love that that's like a feature of like modern JRPG re-releases and stuff like that. Just
I
being
was
able to turn off the random encounters.
I was a bit cold about it first until I had to actually present the game to people.
Yeah.
Because, like, on my own time, I play the shit out of this game, but also, I gotta be able to, like, show this off in a reasonable amount of time.
Right, yeah.
And let me tell you, when every screen has 1 to 2 encounters, whoo, buddy.
Yeah, that also I think that really speaks to the rather time-unfriendly design of most JRPGs.
Yeah, because like it was back in the design space where like people were still experimenting with game design, and one of the big thoughts is that people would buy video games if they get more bang for their buck. To where like $50 in say 1999 for a game like this would be nice if it was around like say $1 per hour, which is why a lot of them will have like either random encounters or like a lot of encounters per capita. It was one of the big problems I had with the remake of Wild Arms 1 is that they had a system for canceling random encounters, but they also thought, well, then no one's gonna get into random encounters, so we needed to like quadruple the encounter rate. Which is, so when the system gets introduced, you see like a chance for a random encounter to come. If you cancel it, 1 second later, another encounter comes up. Cancel it again. Bop, 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 bop. Until you're at a meter. And then you're at a meter, and then you can't cancel stuff anymore in a place with quadruple encounter rate.
Am I quiet for anyone else? I don't know.
Maybe a little bit. I could stand a turning up a little bit. Hiya. Why do I have you at 85? What is this?
I don't know. That's a very good question. I'm speaking at a normal volume as far as I'm aware.
I think on my old PC, like the volume was weird and you're coming out like relatively loud, so I turned you down so I wouldn't be like deafened.
Right. Yeah.
Also, one of the big things about this game is, like, it is a lot of explorations on the concept of love. And the one here is very interesting, and that is, like, love at what cost? Because this redheaded lady is trying to save one individual, and to do so, she is actively, like, threatening other Jumi to cry so they could die and heal one woman. And it's not happening, so then the question becomes, how much blood must be shed in the name of love?
I mean, all of it, if we're being real. Like, I mean, who gives a shit about the crystal people? I don't. So, you know, yeah.
That's
where I'm at.
That's an interesting statement. I was not expecting that.
Look, I am very much on the team of pro-human, so I don't really give a shit what the crystal people are doing.
Well, here's the funny thing is that, like, this game in particular is weird in that humanity is not, like, a dominant force. In fact, I think it's weird in that actual-ass humans, like biped people evolved from monkeys, are relatively rare, and I'm pretty sure only the main character is the only actual human in the game. But also there are penguin people, walrus people, puzzle piece people, what else is there that's weird? Halflings, basilisk people, a variety of things, literal satans, and yet they're all also, like, consolidated under the umbrella of human. So human in this world is very different. I think it's just humanity is sapience more than anything.
I don't like that. No. I'm used to, a very black and white view of humanity.
You're used to traditional fantasy, and this game is.
Look, I've got like an order of species that I care about. There's like dogs, then below that there's humans, then there's everything else.
Wow, you put dogs above humans, huh? I would too, honestly.
If you give me the option to kill every human in the world or have no more dogs, I'm gonna go with the dogs. Okay. Humanity's had enough time.
Also, you haven't been here for it, but this is the 5th time we're fighting this fucking boss, and we're guaranteed more.
I really love when the devs are just like really proud of one design, so they have to keep making you fight it.
Also, it has a new move.
Well, I mean that is the least you could do for a refight, is introduce at least one new move.
And it's dead. We technically have the strongest non-crafted sword in the game, so, like, in normal mode, we could just mulch everything.
Or does this game have broken-ass crafting?
Oh my god, dude. Let me scroll up on the stream discussion channel and regale you with the string of bullshit we had to do in order to craft a ring that has 20 in every stat. In order to do that, we had to take a ring that was not made of wood or meteorite, and in the following manner, apply these things to it. 1 round seed, 3 units of sulfur, another round seed. By the way, it's not 2 round seeds. We have to do this in sequence, otherwise the system breaks. Another round seed, a needle, an ear of wheat, a spiny seed, a poison fang, another spiny seed, a plant called a lillipod, and then take 9 pieces of meat and mulch them into the ring. That is the insanity that is this crafting system.
It doesn't produce better stuff than you could possibly get elsewhere?
Yes, because as I mentioned,
Okay.
that insane recipe I just recited to you, where it's very specific, gets you a ring that gives you 20 in all stats in the auto health region.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Weapons, if you find the right recipe for them and the right process given the right materials, it's all different for different weapons, because some things specifically will either say boost our greatsword or demerit our greatsword, depending on what we put into it. Typically, ultimate weapons range in the 600 attack power range.
Okay.
And if you don't have a guide for blacksmithing, it's a great way to waste a lot of money trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah, I really love how cryptic JRPGs were back in this time.
God, the system really feels more like an MMO to me than anything.
Like I remember playing Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII back on the PlayStation, and I remember we basically played through it with, you know, one hand on the controller and one hand in the strategy guide. So that's
Yeah, that tracks. Did you get the strategy guides that were wrong, though? Because I remember getting those when I played FS7 originally.
I don't recall if there was anything incorrect about it.
Was yours Brady Games or like a third party? Because I remember, I think mine was third party.
I can't recall who published it. I'm sorry.
Oh god, that's a good point, Calvin. I don't know what killer techniques we're on right now. Goodbye, Clown Witch.
Okay. Don't know who that was, but
It's a side character that is basically a witch that is a resident of the dream world, and because that lady was having really bad nightmares, she was getting the Clown Witch was getting pissed off.
what the hell is this world map?
It is a customizable world map. You're given you choose a plot of land and you just put stuff there. Like we're pretty much at the late game, but the idea is that the central premise is that the world is shaped by your imagination. So say you're given a stack of colored building blocks. That's actually the town of Domina. This lantern you picked up, that's the town of Lumina. This like weird looking spoon you found, that's just hell. Basically, the idea is you find a mystical artifact, and that is the world memory of a location.
Okay.
And then you build your world map, which I think is really cool, but also results in some bullshit. Namely, there is a quest that we missed out because in order to get one quest, we needed to get Domina's shade level to level 3. But we can't get another quest because we need to get both fire and wind to level 3 as well, which is kind of fucking impossible to do outside of being at the end of the game and having one space open. But otherwise from that, I kind of like it just because it's, you know, build your own way, make your own experience, and unless you're like desperate to 100% it, it's typically a fun experience. Do you have Quakebringer yet? I don't think so. Anyways, yeah, the overworld is basically a world of my design, and that design is Impulse. Did you ever see... Do you sing Double or the Diddle quest? I've not done any of the Diddle quests. I don't think I've done Sing Double. By the way, you don't really have to do this, but there's a fun little, like, side project of talking to your pet cactus, and he records little, like, vignettes of your adventures.
Did you... Wait. Did you play this game before?
Yeah!
I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that fucking cactus.
Yeah, like, I told you, like, one of the things that, one of the more famous clips of this channel is, us doing the end of the Dragon Slayer arc, and you were there for that when we, took the dragon, threw him into here, and baseball swung him away and killed him instantly.
I have no memory of this.
Oh, that's really funny. Hang on, let's get the archives, which I just kind of realized that streaming is basically a modern diary. Legende. Mana. There we go. Wow, this was 7 years ago, Chitlin. Ugh.
7 years ago? God, what state was I in at that point?
I could not tell you.
7 years ago.
Why is this window really laggy? Oh, something is wrong with this browser. Hang on a second. What does Task Manager say? Nothing wrong data-wise, it's just that this channel's being a butt. Oh, Firefox, don't be an ass.
It's too late.
Details... Chrome? Chrome? Why are you on? I didn't open you. Turn off Chrome. And process tree of Chrome. Thank you.
Man, fuck Chrome.
Firefox.
Chrome is just like the worst program I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Barely works.
I thought it worked up until it didn't. Anyways, I gotta fucking restart Firefox because it just decided to die for some reason.
I blame Chrome.
There we go. It died. Excellent. Now I could actually probably see chat again. There we go. Okay, Chrome is up. History, restore previous session. Okay, so it did have the memory of me doing that. Okay, there's that. Everything's good. I don't know why it just decided to explode there, and I think you might be right, honestly.
I mean, it might have something to do with the fact that you never close any tabs. So maybe, you know.
No, you're insane. Do you want me to do you want me to directly send this to you, or do you have Twitch chat up?
I've got Twitch chat.
Okay, I'll just put it there.
Someone's got a mod your unruly channel.
Oh, people are very well behaved here in their collective effort to make fun of me.
Mm-hmm. Which is 100%. That's good according to the rules, as far as I care.
Look, I'm cool with it, so it's fine. But yeah, there's the link there. You will hear yourself. It'll be weird. I'm sorry.
Okay. I won't like it.
I do think it's probably one of the like better experiences I've shown with the game, and I didn't hear because like I didn't do it here because like man, I really didn't feel like building that thing again. Oh boy, sweet Moai. Okay, chat said if I want to get a specific fruit, I should just focus on Big Seed. And yeah, Chitlin, one of the big things is that, two very specific people in chat, one of them being the owner of this very Discord, are colluding to weaponize the soundboard against me.
What's the problem?
There is none. I just
Okay.
felt you needed to know.
All right. Look, I'll be honest. Until right now, I didn't realize we had a soundboard. Okay, so
It's wild because like Discord is just like, hey, soundboards, and we're like, yo, word.
how do I access the soundboard? Can I do that?
If you look in the bottom left of your Discord window screen, there will be a an icon that looks like a horn. Is the best way I could describe it. And if you hover over it, it says open soundboard, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 24 soundboards with such precious sounds such as.
Okay.
There's a lot of them. Some of them are very like game specific, but also evergreen because they sound very dumb. But yeah, also, we have people that will actively, like, message you and say, hey, we got a button, press it. Oh, hey,
I'm
look.
not gonna get humped.
I feel like that loses impact when it doesn't say, hey, I'm not gonna get humped in your house.
Oh, that's a fun feature. Okay.
Yeah. Makes it a lot easier than what people used to do before. Oh no, wait, I might be getting the joke wrong. I think the line from Carter is like, yeah, that's what I want to do, get nude in your house. Mangelephant. No.
Also, I watched that clip you sent me,
Yeah.
or dropped in the chat, I guess. And while I can't deny that I was there,
it's just gone from your memory, I understand.
I have zero memory of this game other than the cactus that writes stuff down. So, for some reason, that is the only thing I've retained.
Someone was saying blue and yellow, so blue and yellow. It's a tough game to remember just because of how modular the plot is, in that you can pursue a plot, but you can also just stop and do whatever the fuck you want. And the problem is some of the Quest 4 plots are relatively, like, out of the way. So, like, the average player will not know where to go. Well, when people played this originally, they had no idea what to do, and they just kind of beat the game while having only played 20% of it. It is definitely a flaw of the game's design, which is why if it ever gets a remake, like, God hoping, honestly, I'd love a remake of this game.
This game came out in '99.
Yup, it's old.
Like, okay, so I'm just gonna say, I'm kind of on the other side of the fence on that one from you.
What?
Because if I bought a game and took it home and played it and only played 20% of it, I was, of the age in '99 where I was gonna replay a game regardless.
To death, fair, because it would have been your only game for a while.
Yeah, and then discovering later on through internet guides or just people talking about it or whatever, discovering that there was an entire 80% of the game I never experienced, that would have been fucking awesome for me.
It was a big criticism back in the day because, like, a lot of reviewers were, like, panning the game because of that. Because they were hoping for, like, Secret of Mana but more, but instead they got this game, and a lot of people didn't like that. Me, myself, yeah, like, I went through the same, like, arc you did, in that, like, I went through the Jumi arc and then beat the game, and then I realized, oh, there are 2 other arcs in this game? And then I went and replayed more of it. Well, I learned it by, having the strategy guide as a kid. Also, by the way, chat, where the fuck are we supposed to go next? Oh, I think we're supposed to go back to Geo and go back to the gem store.
Yeah, like, I imagine if you were, like, a game reviewer, if that was your job and you only played the game once, you would probably find it short, but,
Yeah.
As someone who only got, like, maybe 2 games a year, that would have been awesome for me.
I mentioned what we do earlier. We gotta talk to Boyd at Dominus Church. Okay. It's a shame that I don't remember much about this game anymore because, like, life happens and I've had to overwrite memories of this game with other necessary things.
Yeah, see, that doesn't happen for me. I remember everything about video games. I remember nothing about my actual life.
That's really interesting concerning the discussion we just had.
Well, I mean, I don't remember your streams.
Okay, fair. Chitlin mind like a steel trap when it comes to video games. Detective Boyd on the case.
I mean, you have to remember, like me joining streams is my social life at this point. So, yeah, I don't remember anything about my social life, but I remember, like, video games I play.
Oh, thank goodness they just take us here. Check if, oh, I keep forgetting that about STs, sorry. Get sidetracked a lot.
Also, with that said, however, I actually did have, like, a social life gathering thing we went to every month or so. And then the hosts got COVID, and we haven't heard from them for a few months, and I don't know what's going on with that. So
might need to check in with them.
I need to reach out on that one, actually. Yeah.
Let's see. Chat wants to see if we have Quakebringer. Nope. I think the closest thing we have is Beautiful 3. And what did they say we needed? Because I saw like a list of skills I needed. Where was that? Crouch, Cheer, and Moonsaults. I think we were working on that, and I should shift skills.
How do you get the Quakebringer?
So, in order to get special techniques in this game, which are ostensibly limit breaks because you build up a meter and then you burn it to deal a boatload of damage, you have to learn skills that are basically like active things you do in the battlefield, such as say jumping, tackling, ducking, taunting. You learn those skills, and while they do things on their own, if you use a certain configuration of them for a certain amount of time in fights, you will learn a new limit break.
Huh, okay.
And also, as chat mentioned, you have to use a weapon. You have to use a specific weapon for a while too. It's a decent system. It would just be nice if there was a way to like learn how to learn those skills in a way that's organic in the game, such as like say there was an NPC that teaches you them.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like more cryptic 90s JRPG bullshit. So
Chat, I'm supposed to examine this box, right?
Maybe.
That's why I remember this part of this segment, at least. God. It really feels weird being the guy that's just, like, playing the game but not knowing what to do, even though, like, I played this game before. I just don't remember what we're supposed to do specifically here. This is either the back room or the box, and, like, neither's being interacted with.
Maybe you're not supposed to...
Oh, I have to leave first. Ah, there we go.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I guess that makes sense, because, like, if there's nothing to interact with, you would try to leave.
Yeah, but I mean, it does look like this place has been, you know, ransacked, so you'd think you'd look around for clues before leaving.
Well, here's the thing, Chillin, is that, for the entire, previous part of this game, up until this point, this place was actually a building we could go into that was actually running a business by a guy named Alex. He was running a jewel store that reprimanded the concept of selling Jumi cores, which is basically like the still beating heart of these gem people.
Yeah.
However, the detective we were talking to said that he wanted us to investigate a business that's been abandoned for months that did sell these cores, which doesn't quite track with our timeline. So something is up with this place, especially since the building itself would not let the detective in. And apparently, Alex doesn't exist. Even though we've talked to him in 3 different areas. I'm surprised my golem isn't just like looting the place. There's so many gems here that we could just like take. And yes, one of the big things that we were talking about is that the jewel people designate someone to effectively like give up their life so that the rest may live. This is that woman. She was actually kidnapped.
She's a jewel person?
Yep. It's hard to tell with like the SNES sprites, but typically like most people have the jewel in their like in the center of their chest. Some might have it in their head.
So I want to give the audience a little insight into what happened there for me personally. Because when I was quiet, I was actually trying to read the dialogue and figure out context clues like what's going on in the story.
Oh, you are in like 70% of the plot, my dude. That's why.
Well, I mean, I can at least try to figure out what's happening in the moment, you know. But then Wang started talking and explaining the plot, and I immediately looked down at my phone. So that's what happened there.
Oh, do you want me to not like explain the plot?
No, you're good, man. It's just like I immediately realized I wasn't gonna have to pay attention, and then
I see.
And therefore, attention went away.
But yeah, the big central premise of this is that at some point somebody decided that somebody dying for the sake of everybody else is kind of bullshit, and they just kidnapped the one like doctor of this entire race.
Oh, probably shouldn't get rid of the doctor.
It's a moral quandary, as I mentioned, of like, would you consign an entire race to death to save the one person that you love? And you've already kind of made your point known on that shit, Lynn.
Well, I mean, if I was like a Ruby person or gem person or whatever we called them, and I was part of the race that needed a sacrifice to survive, I don't know how I'd feel if the person I loved was the person being sacrificed. I'm not sure where I'd come from, but coming from Team People, I don't care about the Ruby people.
Yeah, well, fair. But yeah, that's the premise here, is like, if we as humanity had to sacrifice one person for the sake of like the entire society, and it just so happened to be someone you cared for, what would be your reaction? And the one here is that the person in question who has kidnapped this woman said, "Fuck these people, I'm getting mine. I'm gonna save this woman because I care about her."
Yeah, but if someone doesn't die, then she's gonna go away anyway. So like you're not winning in the situation in any capacity, right?
It is not a scenario of winning, but basically what the kidnapper is morally considering to be just.
Hmm.
Because they find it morally reprehensible that one person has to die for the good of the many. It's effectively trolley problem.
Yeah, it is. Also, what's the deal with the sword that the chat's going on about?
Oh,
She handed the guy who's wearing a knot turban a sword, and then
basically, one of the things that the Jumi people are trying to do is they're trying to find the mana sword so they can try to restore their civilization. And the lady in black there found a sword, but it is not the sword in question. It was just some weird cursed sword she found.
I mean, okay, so I think if I were in the situation of the one I love being sacrificed, I probably wouldn't consign an entire race to death. I I might try to find a loophole, or maybe maybe even try to kill someone else. But
Yeah, the loophole in question here is that the kidnapper is trying to get other people to perform the same role as this woman is doing.
yeah, exactly. That's. But
unfortunately, they are biologically incapable.
okay, so if that's the case, then that's just pure dumb luck, and there's nothing we can do about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be sad in that situation.
Unfortunately, I am kind of a, I don't know if bleeding heart is the right term, but I would basically consign myself to, like, the deepest, like, pits of sadness and just give up. Because, like, I can't imagine, like, dooming so many others just for my own personal end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no way I would put an entire civilization over my own needs. Like, as selfish as I am, and I am very selfish, I'm not that selfish.
I think also the question is, can you blame this person?
I mean, yes and no.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of why that's kind of why I like the. Go ahead.
I absolutely understand where she's coming from, but I don't agree with why she's doing it or how far she's willing to go with it.
That's kind of why I like the story in this game, is because while the writing is simplistic, the motifs are very powerful. Like another one of the side quests is that we get killed and sent to the underworld and have to work for basically Jafar and try to get him back into power so that we could get our soul back. And the person we're working with is also doing this for the express purpose of they want to return to life so they could, like, find and be reunited with their sister. And it was the idea of would you work with someone that is, like, clearly evil in order to reunite with your family?
Yes, 100%.
Even if it would, like, say cause possibly the deaths of many.
How many we talking about?
We were able to prevent it because, like, as you've seen in that clip, we basically baseball swing the dragon to death. But if the dragon were to live, they would basically take over the world and possibly kill hundreds, if not thousands. Granted, you were in this scenario, you have the capability of rectifying your mistake and, doing it. Unlike this story where basically is catch-22 the right term?
Yeah, it's kind of like where there's no correct answer.
Yes. Here, the correct answer is turn on Jafar and fucking kill his ass.
Yeah.
And the third story was basically a story of friends and the love between them, and how basically the actions and philosophies of one individual tore them apart. Because, somebody was basically being, like, trained to do a job they didn't like. And one of the friends who was basically a child devil said, hey, I have an idea to ensure that you'll be free, and effectively ripped their soul from their body, causing them to not be doomed to the job that they don't like anymore, but also causing the woman to age rapidly. And this woman did not care at all, because she loved that demon so much that she would let him do that no problem.
So, be happy for a shorter amount of time, or be miserable for a long time.
Yep. And the other two...
I'd take that deal. Would you take that deal?
I don't know. That is a question I cannot answer because I've never felt that way for anyone. Because, like, my knee-jerk reaction in the state I am would be I would not willingly shorten my lifespan for the sake of another. But I've never felt, like, such deep, unfathomable feelings for that. And also, like, the other two friends, one of them is basically saying, just ask the demon for your life back, please. I don't want you to die. And the fourth friend is, I want to kill that devil because he's the devil. Like, just a literal racist.
I mean, clearly one person's got the wrong idea there.
Yeah.
But, but no, like the other person who's just saying, hey, ask the demon for your life back, is doing so because they will be sad that the other person's gone, which is selfish on their part.
But also a reasonable request, honestly.
I mean, yeah.
It is selfish, but, like, it is reasonable to ask, hey, I don't want you to die, Iron Chitlin. Please, just ask for your life back. And the big thing about that quest is that in the end, no one was happy. The woman died. She became basically a pillar of destiny as like a quick and dirty description of what she became because of her actions. The devil man went to hell and is now just lamenting the actions of him falling in love with a woman that he could not have. The racist is dead, but we don't care about him, and the one friend is just stuck now, living but alone. Like, it is it is the one story where, like, because of how people felt about each other, no one came out happy in the end. Especially the racist, because I fucking killed his ass dead.
Look, just because you're a demon doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Yes, because the demon, his actions were his thought of, hey, I want you to be happy. Unfortunately, this is the only way I know how to do this. I think he says it himself as he says that I'm a demon, my destiny is inexorably tied to destruction. That's also a good way to say it, Blazevite. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, quite literally in this case.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot of very, powerful questions that this game asks. Then you also have a quest where you constantly get scammed by a rabbit merchant because he's an asshole.
And you can't kill the rabbit?
Nope.
That sucks.
Is it weird that I still like the guy because I find him fun?
I mean, you should be able to fling the rabbit off a cliff. Like, that's my...
I'll say this, he does eventually get flinged off a cliff.
Good. That satisfies me.
There's another quest where there is the centaur equivalent of Pepe Le Pew, and we are at the part of his quest where his lecherous actions got him petrified by a fucking basilisk person. Like, he played a stupid game and got a stupid prize when he said, I'm getting so hard for you, baby, and she was like, fuck you.
I mean, that's just a that's just an inappropriate thing to say in general. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like outside of a specific context.
It's also weird because that guy, the guy in question, is also pretty good about not maintaining an unhealthy relationship. Because the first quest you have with him is like he's pursuing a woman that he's like he thinks he's in love with, and then we help him like get in with this gal. They have a date, and as they're talking, he realizes, you know, I don't think this is gonna work out, ma'am. I'm sorry to have wasted your time. I'll be going now.
Huh. Self-awareness, good.
Yeah, like, even though he's very, offensive and aggressive, he's not, you know, the kind to just, you know, keep you trapped in an unhealthy relationship. Which is a weird form of praise for him.
So I've been playing Destroy All Humans 2.
I saw that. That's really funny.
Yeah, and one of the big changes from the first game is that the main character now has genitalia, which they now bring up at every opportunity, which is kind of funny.
Why would they do that?
Because he's basically following his dick towards a human woman throughout the entire game, and she is using him at every opportunity. And that's kind of why I enjoy the Pepe Le Pew archetype when he's getting used.
It's so weird because, like, the first Destroy the Humans just felt like a weird, like, Muso game, if that made any sense.
Yeah, kind of, actually. That's like not a bad way to put it. Like, there wasn't much story in the first game, but the second game's way better.
By the way, we missed the plot twist. They'll make it more obvious later, Kyleman. But right now we were just basically learning why Pearl and Black Pearl are the same person.
Okay.
And that Pearl, the character Pearl, who is just a very ditzy woman that our Blue Knight was protecting, was actually once a really powerful knight called Black Pearl. But then his gem heart got like a paper cut, and thus the personality split happened. I also think this is the last quest.
Like in the game, or
No, for the Jumi arc.
okay.
There's actually like 15 to 16 side quests that we could do as like a side thing, and I don't know if I want to do it. Just because I can't really think of a side quest that is like, well, I guess I could finish Niccolo and Gilbert. Gilbert is the Pepe Le Pew motherfucking centaur I told you about.
Gotcha.
I think the funniest part of this is that, while we were helping Gilbert, like, date a harpy, he inadvertently got captured by, pirates. And after doing this whole, like, rigmarole of, like, convincing the pirates that this harpy isn't awful, Gilbert botches it by singing a really terrible song about pirates, and the pirate captain's like, throw this motherfucker overboard.
I mean, throw him overboard. They should have keelhauled him. Honestly, like,
Yeah, but this is a PG game.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, the Gilbert arc is very funny. But also, we gotta make a very important choice here. And I've already made the choice because there's a very obvious choice here. And yeah, well, you're about to see the map development in action, actually.
Oh. Okay, so she's just...
She's dead.
Alright. Oh.
Remember what I said about how the pillar of life for this clan basically gives their life in order to restore others? She was on borrowed time. That time is gone.
Well, that sucks for her.
Mm-hmm.
By her, I mean the Pearl Knight lady. Doesn't seem like the other lady wanted to go. She knew her duty. Oh, sick, a magical girl transformation.
Yep. You're not gonna protect Black Pearl. Black Pearl is comically overpowered. Yeah, this is one of the big motifs here because alongside the gal that just died and her kidnapper.
Yeah, he's trying to do the exact same thing to Black Pearl or Pearl Lady.
Yep. The problem with the Lazlo is while he has good intentions, he's very aggressive about it.
That was just to show you I was paying attention to the plot.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So, we have a decision here of who we're going to take to the final boss. And it has a lot more ramifications than the initial choice, which is why we're taking Black Pearl.
Okay.
Because, the big difference here is that, from a gameplay perspective, when you get Black Pearl, she is objectively stronger, and her passive is just instantly fill up your limit gauge. Just like, bam, you get a limit, use it.
Huh.
Elazul here, he's an okay fighter, and his passive is increase the generation of your bar, which is good, if for not the fact that Black Pearl exists.
Yeah, that seems worse when the other choice is objectively better. Also, you were apparently supposed to talk to Elazul.
I just saw that. Oh,
Oh. I don't know if that was meant to happen.
Oh, hey, cool.
Oh. Free sword.
But the Sword of Fate, I don't remember this. Does the power to cut through anything but only be used once? That was actually part of the animated series that was released last year. That was a sword in question that they were looking for.
Oh.
Is that actually a thing that we have? Oh yeah, look at that. Pretty decent sword, but it's a one-handed sword, and I would have to, like, learn an entire new skill tree for that.
So wait a minute. If this game came out in '99, and the anime came out last year?
Square Enix is very funny in that, Final Fantasy XIV is making them so much money hand over fist that they are taking those profits and trying to, like, get any other way in order to, you know, make money. That way they don't just have their eggs in one basket. And they've been doing stuff such as remastering a lot of games. Legend of Mana was one. Chrono Cross was another. They've been doing a lot of game remasters. They've been publishing a lot of, like, game ideas. And they also, for, like, the 23-year anniversary? The 24-year anniversary, not 25-year anniversary of this game? They just made an anime of the story arc.
Huh. Alright.
And I was actually really excited for that.
I mean, like business-wise, it's absolutely the smart thing to do, because, you know, they're not making money on anything else.
And I will say this, the anime was actually really good up until the last episode where the budget died. And I'm honestly hoping that they do the other two story arcs. Also, hello, crafty dog.
So they only did one of the
Yeah,
arcs.
they took this arc, the Jumi arc, and did 13 episodes out of it. I would love to see the Dragon Slayer arc and the Fairy arc, but given how the last episode was like 12 minutes into a 24-minute episode, budget dead.
Ugh.
I'm just like, oh, that's the tone, huh?
Well, I mean, maybe they just poorly managed the finale, and
Probably
they
because
actually
supposedly
and
they
actually were able to get a second season out of it.
supposedly they redid the final episode, but I'm like too heartbroken to look at it.
Oh.
By the way, Chitlin, here's how the map system works. Whenever you get an artifact, it is placed on this little like checkerboard here. You take it, pick it up, and you choose a place for it to go. But we have like, oh, what the? I could put that here? I did not know you could put this in the ocean.
Yeah, just throw it in the water.
Can you do both routes in one playthrough? You can do all routes in one playthrough. This is the third route we're doing. The game kind of wants you to do all 3 arcs in one playthrough. It's just that you have to find them, which is the hard part. We are definitely going over to finish this part, because the end of this quest actually was pretty brutal. When I thought it was pretty brutal as a like 12-year-old. Yeah, the dragon arc is kind of given to you, and that's the one most people complete first. And yeah, this dungeon theme is really good.
So, is Legend of Mana considered to be like the fan favorite of the series? Is that
No,
why it got an anime?
that's secret.
Oh, really?
Every person who loves the Mana series either loves Secret or Trials.
Why on earth did they make an anime of
I
Legend?
don't know, but I'm glad they did. And they chose, like, one of the more profound arcs that talks about, like, you know, sacrifice, genocide, like, intrinsic racism, what it means to, like, love and protect someone.
Hmm.
Apparently Visions of Mana is looking to be real good.
I hope it is.
And yeah, this song is really good for like what the story has been. Where it's basically you're watching like the final like moments of an entire race of people. Also, my robot is doing work. Also, hey chat, Pearl's supposed to turn into Black Pearl for fights, right? Or is it just boss fights? Only for bosses, ah.
Guess they don't want you to be too overpowered throughout the rest of the game.
Well, the thing about Black Pearl is that she's only available in this quest line. So you can't say take her on like side quests or like say the weird parts of other stories where you don't have a party member. I do hope that they at least get like the Dragon Slayer arc, because like I would say it's like the most shonen arc in this game.
What does that mean?
Action-oriented. Think of it like the DBZ of this game.
Gotcha.
a lot of fighting and a lot of angry people punching each other.
You know, that's my favorite genre, so.
About that, about what? Please fucking tell me that they got a season 2. That'd be so awesome. I'd be fucking like on cloud 9. Also, I'm remembering that the mechanic for this area fucking sucks. Please stop beating me up, Mandragora. You can recruit Black Pearl outside this flying. Oh shit! Really? Oh yeah, we're gonna beat the shit out of the final boss. I'm gonna annihilate that bitch. Also, they redid all the music for this game, and a lot of them I like, but there's a bit in this song specific that I wish that they kept the original song for. It requires coming to the Bejeweled City specifically on Jin Day. Ah, okay. That's why I never knew. Drink some water, chat. Oh yeah, you could change the original OST, but I like both sides. I just feel like there is a brief moment in the song where I kind of wish it kept the tone of the original. But like, I don't mind too much. So, Shitlin, do you know about the do you know about the board game, quote unquote, Codebreaker?
No.
It is a game where one player sets up a code of anywhere between 4 to 6 colors, and the other player has to guess, and based on their inputs, the person who makes the code tells them this, this, and this is right, and you have to solve a code. What if that was your gameplay mechanic for advancing the dungeon?
Ugh.
I know, as much as I like this story, I fucking hate this. I also don't remember how I was supposed to put the gems in.
Why can't the progression of all things in video games just be murder? Stop making me solve puzzles.
Oh, I guess this is the indicator of a boss fight. Time to fight this for the 6th time.
Wow. They really like this boss.
The beauty about teaming up with Black Pearl is that she's actually a very strong fighter, but also I can just throw out limit breaks whenever I want. Yeah, I think Black Pearl is actually stronger than me. Their AI is also actually incredibly good. Like a lot of other AI characters like Niccolo, Elazul, Dana, Escat if you're a fucking awful person. Their AI kind of sucks and don't know how to fight, but Black Pearl and Lark are actually like really good AI. Hey, we got it right. Yeehaw, let's go. What's the attack power of her weapon? Mine is 62. We don't know Black Pearls. We can't see Black Pearl because we're not in a boss fight.
So is there anything that tells you or hints at what the order might be?
It's not order so much as what gems. And it's
Okay.
just the blips on the door tell you.
Oh, okay.
Whoa! You bitch. Please stop.
Damn.
These monkeys are assholes. Yeah, and we have, what, 4 floors of Codebreaker to do? This is part of the big reason why I liked this arc having an anime, because it meant I could enjoy the story and not have to do this fucking quest.
Yeah, so I cannot unfortunately find any information right now on if there's going to be a season 2, so sorry. I don't know.
I pretty much accepted that there's not going to be a season 2.
I mean, apparently this ended like back in December or something.
Yes.
So I'm not sure how quickly they would get around to announcing a season 2 after that. Because
By comparison, this is gonna sound a little insane, chillin', but please bear with me. Another anime that was airing in concurrence was called The 100 Girlfriends That Really, 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 Really Love You. They got a second season announced by episode 9 of 13.
I hate these names. I hate them so much.
Would you believe me if I said that the anime is actually incredibly good? The title is kind of dumb, but it's a show that has a very healthy discussions about polygamy.
Okay, sure. Oh my god.
The name is very dumb, don't worry.
Yeah,
The show is also very dumb, but in a fun way.
like, I honestly sometimes wonder if a lot of these like Japanese translations are designed to like prevent you from telling other people about them and not sounding stupid.
I don't think that's the case, but the long name is a by design thing. I just don't remember what that design is.
Yeah, Kuo would probably know why they're named like that.
That Torpor here to tell us, but I think Torpor went to bed.
I mean, it's pretty late in Rhode Island.
Oh yeah. How the fuck am I getting out of range with this stupid zombie knight? There we go. And also, as much as I enjoy this game's like combat system and find it really fun and, you know, simple but has depth to it. It has the beat 'em up problem of y-axis will fuck you.
Hmm.
Like if a enemy is like 1 pixel off from your y-axis, you will just keep whiffing, and it sucks.
There's no like arc around you when you swing.
No.
That's no good.
I think you would appreciate this shitlin in that there's actually a lot of weapons in this game, because you have access to one-handed axe, two-handed axe, one-handed axe, two-handed axe, one-handed sword, two-handed sword, hammer, nunchucks, magic staff, and bow and arrow.
A decent amount.
Yeah, and you could like craft them to whatever you want to play, craft them to however you want to play as, and you could like learn all the skills. They're all very fun too. Like they the auto combos are some of them sure, other ones like all the two-handed weapons are basically the same combo, but like oh wow, I actually have to do these fights if I want to get a gem. But like they all do fun things. Like hammers are very simple special take Quakebringer. There we go.
You get the thing.
Yep. Hammers are very simple skills that are often just like one attack. Nunchucks are just like flurries of blows. Magic is using a magic staff gives you techniques that are also magic. Bows are like rapid fire shots.
But none of them swing on the z-axis or the y-axis.
No, and it sucks. Now, somebody said I had to go back to get gems, but, like, I didn't have to there. I guess it's because I still have the topaz. I don't think...
Everything about this dungeon is the same. This is terrible.
Yeah. It's part of why I said, even though I like this story, the dungeon is very, very much a kind of a rough one.
Yeah, I cannot stand when dungeons are just a series of the same room. Like that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
I think that's like the biggest flaw of this game, if that's like one thing you're talking about, is that like, well, dungeons have neat concepts. This game is basically a beat 'em up, so a lot of the areas look relatively the same.
Mm-hmm.
But like, for comparison, while we're, you know, rummaging through the bones of a dead city in order to, like, save the last vestiges of a race, in the Fairy Arc, we had to, like, the dungeon was us traversing through the corpse of a dead dragon in order to fight a demon. And for the Dragon Slayer arc, we had to go through a dragon's castle, which I'd argue that was the worst one because that's dungeon navigation that requires you to fall through pits, and it's really damn confusing, and there's a lot of fucking encounters. But like that dragon one is really cool. That you just go through the rotting corpse of a dragon to stop someone.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, and like the backgrounds of this dungeon look really, really good.
But
it's the fact that every screen transition looks the same.
Yep, I'm not disagreeing with you there. That is absolutely the problem here.
Also, I see Kuo in the chat, so Kuo, please tell me why Japanese titles suck. I await your answer.
I'm trying to remember, but there's one Japanese life title where the title by design was made to cover both the cover, the back cover, and the two inside folds.
Yes. We are talking specifically about the those titles like "My girlfriend is a cat girl and she loves me so much," like stuff like that.
Oh, I think I actually remember the premise of that is because in order to sell books, you got to know the concept fucking initially.
Yeah, okay. There's a light novel where the title of the light novel is also the entire content of the book. I mean, I guess you don't have to read it if you just see it in the store then.
But so I think they do that because they want you to get the concept, because by converse nature there's a actually pretty good show out there that talks about metaphysics and causality, and the title is called Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girls. And that would be very misleading, wouldn't it?
I mean, as long as I'm not expecting bunny girls, I don't think it's that misleading. And the title does not promise bunny girls, so I mean, really, who's in the wrong for expecting the bunny girls to show up?
But you get what I mean, right? You have to be in order to get a sale, you need to the purchaser has to know exactly what the premise is.
Summertime high school, a young man's notes how a new exchange student like myself ran into his childhood friend on the school tour that for some reason became super popular with the girls for his daily scoops from the school photography club, even though he only takes penny shots. What the fuck? And what he thinks as he goes on a date during his Summer Island school life. Holy shit. I mean, I know what the book's about at the very least, so I guess there's value in that.
By the way, we killed our 8th gem beast.
Oh, that's a video game. Okay, I mean,
that's a video game? What the
apparently, fuck? Apparently, according to Beowulf, that's a video game title.
I don't believe that when my shit turns purple and tastes like rainbow sherbet. Alright, okay. Let's see if we got this right. We got one of them right. Excellent.
I mean,
two of them right.
I mean, I guess it just raises the question of do Steam titles have a character limit, because that might not
Trying to remember one Nippon Ichi game, Zettai Hero Ranger, Undying Ranger versus something else. I think that's one of the longer titles. But I don't think Steam titles have long character limits. Oh, I think another one is called Milk in a Glass of Milk and a Glass of Milk and another glass of milk or something like that. Dragonsbane, what the fuck is that? Pretty sure that's a weapon. A sword made of dragon skin. That doesn't seem very sharp.
I guess it depends on the scales and what they're wrapped around.
Oh yeah, Dark Death Evil Man, who I keep wanting to read as Dark Day and Evil Man, because it rolls off the tongue better.
Dark Day and Evil Man.
That's a good name, right?
Yeah, I like it, honestly.
Fake equipment ringer is incredibly funny because you have to take 3 seconds to taunt to do this. And just for a golem to almost steal your kill with a missile.
I love how the golem is the only thing with a fucking gun.
Yeah. Like, I was actually talking with some buddies recently. I actually got a compliment because apparently I'm one of the many few people that happen to make a golem that actually works. Because one of the big problems of golems in this game is that their AI logic is fucking nonsense. And well, I got one to work, and my answer to how I did that was I just gave it like a boatload of actions, so eventually one will work. And it's actually working pretty well. Golem killed a boss.
Wow.
Not on his own, but like he contributed enough damage to help kill a boss.
So I've recently become a fan of a YouTuber that talks mostly about like video games based on tabletop franchises.
So like Baldur's Gate, etc.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate, Warhammer stuff, World of Darkness, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot World of Darkness was a tabletop game.
Yeah, but one of the things I really like that he does is he goes in depth and explains the setting and stuff like that for people who don't play tabletop stuff.
It's actually pretty good, yeah.
And yeah, it's great for someone like me, of course. But one thing I learned from his videos is actually like the Artificer class in D&D actually came from a specific setting called Eberron.
Yep, Eberron is a very like cyberpunk / steampunk mythos of D&D where like a lot of it is based on like the advancement of technology and the disasters that have occurred as well.
Yeah, but it's kind of interesting that like artificers just kind of got slotted into every other D&D setting apparently.
Because the mechanic archetype is a very fun idea to work with. I actually, in the one D&D game I've been playing for God knows how long at this point, I actually play an artificer. And while everybody else is like super damaging, I bring a lot of utility to the team to where team members would pretty much be dead without some of the bullshit I've spawned. But like artificers are kind of well-rounders, but they basically like let you delve into item creation to, you know, they give you some item creation, some light magic, like you get access to up to level 4 or 5 magic from what I remember. And you compensate for that by also having access to magic items, and magic items make you a better, like, fighter in general. But for me, my thought is, we have a fighter that gets a crit on 17 up, we have a barbarian, and we have a warlock, and a rogue. We don't need damage, we need utility. So I instead do stuff like offer protection, offer healing, and teleport people, which gets real important when you're doing stuff like fighting on an airship. Because being able to teleport someone when they fall off a skyboat is incredibly helpful.
Right, yeah.
I also have a dog that I also have a robot dog named Fido. And I've prepared an acronym for him. It is fully independent dog-like object.
That's a good name. I actually like that a lot.
Just iframe for the entire attack, baby! This golem's way better than my golem. This golem's kicking my ass. The big problem with golem, like craftable golems for this game, at least in my opinion, is that while the AI makes no sense, they also are not really mobile. They don't move as much as, like, an actual character.
I think that's pretty standard for most golem constructs.
Yeah.
Kind of what you'd expect. Oh my god, something's happening in the dungeon.
Yep. It is just, is backstory on the events of the Jumi and how they were so dependent on one person. It's also funny because it shows, like, every gem is basically a person in this culture, but by the nature of the game's mechanics, that's a lot of color swaps.
Yeah.
I think also the cool thing about, like, at least my character in the game I'm playing is that, the central premise is my character invented a gun for his own personal use. But, when you use that casually, it tends to, like, produce ripples in technological development.
Yeah, like, I imagine playing an artificer, you know, you do so because you want a gun. Like
yeah.
That's,
yeah, honestly,
that's
yeah.
the way I see it, honestly, yeah.
But, like, the theme of my character's development is basically, like, I have made... is basically the idea of one man is linked to making murder so casual now. Like, anybody could kill now for free and easy, and he basically has to, like, come to terms with that. And the terms I came up with is that, like, I may contribute to, destruction, but, like, in order to, you know, rectify that, like, he has basically, you know, committed to, like, the restoration of things as well. Like, rebuilding of destruction and the like. I don't know, it's hard to, like, get a full grasp on it, because, like, that's a fucking 8-year game at this point.
Jesus Christ.
Which is baffling to me, because Torpid has completed 2 D&D tabletop games, and I'm just sitting there like, fucking how? I want to know. By the way, here's the 8th one of these we're fighting.
This is the 3rd time I've seen this boss.
This dungeon alone, yeah. Like, that is the big downfall of this story, in that while it is a very, like, profound and almost depressing storyline, gameplay-wise it kind of blows.
Yeah.
Oh, Quakebringer's doing alright, Kuoshi. Whee! Sadly, I'm not killing these bosses in one shot, and that bums me out. God, on another tabletop, you bringing up World of Horror is very funny because I had to have, like, the concept of World of Horror explained to me when we did a game of Vampire. And my vampire character was very dumb. It was a Nosferatu that was just, like, a hacker for hire. But, he was definitely one of those, like, big gamer nerds. Because, like, if you ever contacted him, his username was incredibly dumb. By design to have, like, X's and underscores and shit.
Good, correct. That's correct for gamers.
Like, I did that on purpose because I was just like, well, if the Nosferatu are meant to be, like, the tech vampires, like, and this is, like, what, early 90s, they gotta be real dumb. I got it. Because he has a very mundane name, like, I think I named him Philip or some shit? But his online handle, if you ever want to find him, was, like, Death Dealer XX420 Blaze It or some shit.
Yeah, in Bloodlines, they were basically, like, the spy faction,
Yeah.
having the dirt on everybody.
By the way, we're finally done with the dungeon. It's time for the string of final bosses.
Oh, okay. Final bosses in this arc, you mean?
Yes.
Not the game. Also, just realized Pearl has like huge hair.
Yeah, like insane hair.
Like there's a fire on her head and every hair ran in a different direction.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the big central thing is that the person that was kidnapping Florina was Alexandrite. And they, much like Pearl and Black Pearl, they have two personalities. The jewel collector Alex and the jewel thief Sandra. But also, here's the actual villain of this arc. The one who orchestrated the whole affair of the Jumi genocide is this thing.
Just some old guy? That's it?
A fishman of sorts?
Okay.
But, he's been eating and fusing all of the Jumi cores together. His answer to saving the race is to consolidate them into one entity.
But would that mean that they would eventually have to sacrifice itself?
Yes.
That seems like a bad idea.
But they are already 998 cores in. Hey, you remember that decision we had to make where we had to choose between Black Pearl and Elazul?
Uh-huh.
Oh, right. I actually forgot this part. The entire goal of fusing them 1,000 cores together is to save this one woman. They are actively genociding a race to save one woman.
Okay.
And the sub 1,000 core is the person you didn't choose.
Oh.
So off screen, depending on who you choose, Sandra goes out and kills the other.
Damn. That guy got a raw deal.
Yup. So if you choose to take Elazul because you hung out with him more and tend to like know him more, you know, like say you're doing this for like plot reasons, Pearl would be dead by now. There is no good decision here. And Black Pearl is pissed. Time to fight the Lord of Jewels 999. Oh, wow, oh man, that did a lot of damage to me.
Are
Also,
you confused?
yeah, it's inverse input, and I was just basically like trying to lame out the timer.
Yeah.
By the way, my robot has a giant laser beam.
I would be mad if your robot didn't.
Also, Kyleman mentioned that if we take Elazul, Pearl gets killed, but eventually they kill Elazul too. But what happens when we take Black Pearl? And I think this is actually the more, like, fascinating story beat of this entire arc. So, in order to save the woman he loves, this dude tears out his own fucking heart. That's how much faith he has in the Lord of Jewels. Like, I find that way more interesting than, Elazul and Pearl dying. Phase 2. I don't think this is in the anime either, by the way. I don't think the fight with Lord of Jewels happens in the anime.
I mean, it's a cool-looking boss.
Oh yeah.
Not sure what I'm looking at, but, you know, it looks
Big,
cool.
big space fish.
Yeah, kinda. That's the only way I can describe it.
Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Can I frame through his attack, I wonder? I did. Nice. And luckily, because of Black Pearl's passive, I could just do it again. And it's dead.
Oh, it does have like a human face on it.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
So I don't know if you were there for when they mentioned this, Chitlin, but one of the big things about the Jumi is that if any other race cries for the Jumi, they get turned to stone. It's part of the reason.
So there's a so there's an active incentive to not care about the Jumi.
Yep. It is basically why they're so isolationist, because they're like strongly self-sacrificing, but also if anybody ever cares about them, they will in fact die. So they basically isolated themselves for the safety of others. And now there are only 2 left.
Oh.
Yep. The big thing about the story is that at the end of it all, after you witness the death of an entire race, the main character basically sacrifices themselves for him.
That mean we get a new character going forward?
You'll see. Now, the big bummer about this for the anime, the instant you see the main character cry and turn to stone, afterwards there's a 5-minute, like, stock footage of scene of gems floating around for this scene, and it sucks so much. It's so bad.
Maybe you should watch the updated episode you said they made.
I don't know if I could stand to get my heart broken again.
It might be better now. You don't know.
Maybe. But yeah. Because of this, like, act of sacrifice, now the Jewel people have found it within themselves to not only, like, care about others, but also cry for another.
I thought they couldn't cry anymore because they had evolutionized that out of them.
Well, turns out when somebody does something this outrageous, things could happen. Oh, did they not actually update that scene, however? By the way, one of the funny things about this game is that at some point the main character just adopts a bunch of orphan halflings. And you can have them in your party. Like the little kid there, Bud, he beats people up with a frying pan.
You know, I'm a big fan of child soldiers, so let's do it.
Oh, you're making a reference to it? Okay, fair. Also, the gal fights with a broom, and I always dig, like, the idea of, like, a magic user with a broom.
Like witch?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Atlas, you wonder who the fuck created them. You can't exactly, like, link the creation of, the quote-unquote creation of a race. They just kinda were.
Also, Wang, when you said she fights with a broom, I immediately went to Jackie Chan. So
which movie does he do that in?
I mean, probably like Rumble in the Bronx or something. He probably picks up a broom and beats people up with it. I don't know. Seems like something he'd do.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't doubt it, I just don't remember.
Yeah. I'm not familiar enough with Jackie Chan to say for sure whether he beats someone up with a broom. I know he uses ladders a lot in Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And at one point he beats a guy up with a hovercraft.
Runs them over.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, this arc is very funny because throughout this game your character is a silent protagonist, except here.
Oh, your character doesn't talk, okay.
Yeah, but they get like 1 or 2 lines.
Okay.
And this screen is dependent on which character you choose, the male or female. It is definitely one of the more popular arcs because of all the topics they touch on.
Mm.
It's just that mechanically it's kind of a drag.
Yeah. But what are you gonna do? It was 1999. We were still trying to figure video games out.
Yeah, we're still... This game is the epitome of throwing shit at the board and seeing what sticks. I'm gonna test the Black Pearl thing next time, because I would like to get some sleep. Cactus, what do you think of our adventures?
Still surprised that that's the only thing I remember about you streaming this game.
It's one of the things that you do most often in this game is that if you're really into this game and you adore it, like you do the Cactus Diaries, you get no reward out of it. Well, you do get a quest based on your progress with the Cactus Diaries, but like beyond that, there's no reward. But it's fun seeing what your pet cactus thinks about your adventures, and then you realize, oh, my cactus is a little shit. I guess there's a place called the Bejeweled City in the world, but that sounds kind of fake. I think my master was making this up. that's
Good.
Yeah. I figured you would like Cactus because he's a little asshole at times.
Yeah.
Like there are points where he's just like, I'm sorry, master, I was falling asleep during this. Or like yours, like, I think Master was just making this shit up. Shield City, really? But
so,
yeah.
So I think I might have just missed it, but how did we not be stoned anymore?
Basically,
because the Ruby people cried for us and
yes.
cured us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, the idea, the basic premise was that, like, we sacrificed ourselves, well, unwittingly sacrificed ourselves for the greater good of an entire race of people, and in turn, that act of sacrifice kind of, like, softened their, like, hardened hearts and allowed them to cry again in order to revive us.
Hmm.
Now, granted, I don't think that's, like, something you could reproduce, like, reliably. Because, like, it was a very profound emotional thing. Like, throughout the entirety of this journey, we teamed up with, like, 2 people that we come to know and love, and they died in a very horrific way for no result whatsoever. And it was just something so heartbreaking that our character just did something that was told not to be done.
I mean, I guess I'm curious about the guy who literally, like, tore his own heart out to feed it to the fish guy.
What are you curious about?
I don't know, like, was that an option all this time?
Apparently, yes, because,
does that, like, save the race if one person doesn't want the chosen person to die, they just kill themselves to...
No, it was basically the final drop in the bucket. Because the Lord of Gems was convinced that if he eats 1,000 Jumi, he would have the power to revive that one woman. And if that one woman was revived, he could then revive all the others back. And Alexander had so much faith in that, and if you did not take Black Pearl, because Alexander could not fight Black Pearl in an honest fight, he eventually realized, oh, the only way for this to work is to kill myself to save the woman I loved.
So do you have to fight Alexander if you take the other guy?
No, if you take Lazul, throughout the plot, Lazul's like core heart got damaged, so he is significantly weaker than Black Pearl. So Alexander will just kill Lazul and take his core.
Oh, okay. Shit. And Lazzle just can't catch a break.
Yeah, it's kind of the big thing about him is that he's supposed to be a knight. He's supposed to be like the guardian of his race of people, but the person he was assigned to died off screen, and he's like bore that weight. He's very aggressive because he wants to protect the one person he can now protect now. And throughout the story, he fails to do that multiple times. And that's like why he's so mean all the time, is because he's not only like desperate to protect someone, he's also struggling with his own failures.
So he's angry because he sucks at his job?
Basically, yeah.
Hmm.
Which is kind of also the same problem Black Pearl has, in that Black Pearl was supposed to protect Florina, but Alexander loved Florina and kidnapped her. So then Black Pearl was also kind of aimless. That's why Black Pearl eventually became Pearl, because he empathized with the Lazul's like lack of a purpose.
So wait. Was Florina the girl that died in the house where we had to choose between Black Pearl and
Yes, that
Lazzle?
was the woman that was sacrificing her own life for the sake of the people.
Okay, so how did she come back in the other area where Fish Guy was?
I believe up until the main character cried for the Jumi, that was just a corpse.
Oh, okay. Cause I thought she just like melted away into nothingness or whatever.
I thought so too. Like, it's a weird thing.
Hmm.
I'm kind of fuzzy on the details because it's been, for me at least, 7 years. But yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you did watch the anime, and surely that would have refreshed you a little bit.
The anime takes liberties with a lot of it. The big thing about the anime is that the focus of the story for that one is the male main character, but the female character is also an entity in the game, but not as a protagonist. And they get integrated into the plot in a very odd way that I actually like a lot, but also definitely changes the dynamic of the Jumi arc around a fair bit.
Okay. Also, question about your main character.
Yeah?
Are those supposed to be stockings or very high socks?
Very high socks, and she doesn't wear pants, she wears a leotard.
Okay. Alright.
So the funny
I'm
thing...
glad we cleared that up.
So the funny thing about that is that because of what you mentioned and what I mentioned now, I thought for the longest time she wore pants, but that was not the case. And I was just sitting there like, wow, really? Okay. What do they show him in the, like, character book? Characters. Do they show main character? No, they do not. Which is unfortunate.
No official art for the main character?
There is, but I don't know how you'd access it. Because, like, the only place you can see the main character art is in that end screen that we saw a while ago.
Right, yeah, but that didn't really show, like, her lower half. It was just kind of...
Also, little cactus is not here. What? This is bullshit. I want to see my little cactus.
A lot of characters in this game.
Yeah, but some of them are very generic things, like the, basically the newly dead of the underworld. Their souls. These fucking Jack Skellington-ass motherfuckers are the souls of the underworld.
Gotcha.
Cactus is 19?
Cactus is 19?
Oh, shit, I'm blind. Look at him. Look at that little guy. He's great. Yeah, this is Alex. This is one half of the personality of Alexander.
Right, yeah. Alex and Sandra, gotcha.
It's also an interesting thing because Alex and Sandra are both like split personalities, but also like split genders. But I guess when you could like change your form immutably, like gender doesn't really matter.
Yeah, just do what you want.
Oh, that's another funny character to look at. Here's the detective that was chasing around the jewel thief Sandra. It's a mouse.
Oh, the Great Mouse Detective, I get it.
Oh shit, you're right. Except this guy's bad at his job.
Hmm.
But yeah, here's the one that's always funny to me. The bartender people. They're just puzzle pieces.
That's kind of terrifying, actually.
Ah, I don't mind it. Who the fuck is Mark? Oh, this guy. He's a store owner. His name is Mark?
Is he supposed to be a dung beetle?
A beetle, yes. I don't know about dung beetle. Oh, here's like the weirdest one. It's a fish with legs.
What the fuck?
Oh. This character sucks so much, and they did him justice in the anime because he sucks even more.
Oh no.
This is a terrible character. Oh yeah, we have like just a stained, like, I don't know if it's like a stone circle or like a stained glass.
That is not a character video game.
That is a character. He's a dumb wizard that got his body trapped in this artifact when he was doing stuff.
You are stretching the definition of character video game, okay?
It's kind of what I like is that like there's a weird cast of things. There's a race of teapot people. They're very British. But also, this is the Basilisk character I mentioned. She's a mage.
Okay.
This guy is funny because he's just a demon, and he fucks with people from time to time.
I mean, that's what I would do, yeah, if I was a demon.
Oh, here's a funny thing. This character has his design changed because it was kind of racist. Because before this, he had a Mr. Popo face.
Oh. I was looking at that character like, what's racist about that? Like, I mean, I guess he's got those like weird Japanese sandals, but other than that, he's like a caveman guy. So.
Oh yeah, by the way, the pirates of this world are penguins.
Penguins are assholes. That's true.
But yeah, that's... Oh yeah, shit. I should show the best character. Look at this little asshole. He's great.
Oh, is that the guy that keeps scamming you?
Yeah, he's fun. You can't see it because of his design, but he has a, is it a sombrero? The, Mexican hat?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's got like a poncho and a sombrero kind of hanging
Yep.
on his neck. Okay, yeah, I see it.
He's a very fun design, in my opinion. Also, one thing I want to bring up before I just call it streams, because we've been discussing this a lot on stream, but like, I don't think you've heard about this, Chitlin. Because of how games in the past were handled, where like typically in Japan, when game development is done, they'll just like print out the code and just clear the hard drives in order to clear up assets and not spend a lot on assets on materials. In order to redo the assets of this game for HD, they had to put it through an AI like upscaling filter that was popular at the time. This is not the same as AI art, where they basically like take inputs and make an output. This is like scaling it up and smoothing it over to look better in HD. And for the most part, they do it.
It's like what they did with the GTA remasters.
Yes, but some stuff didn't go too well. Namely, her face. Because this upscaling doesn't really do well with animal people. Her mouth is messed up, and also, they just got rid of her mouth. Like, you can see the idea of a mouth there, but no, that is not a mouth. It is just a blob.
I mean, So like, it's like in all fairness to the devs and that little upscaling program they used, I would not have noticed that if you didn't point it out to me.
Yeah, like, I only know it because I know I, like, obsess over this game. And I can understand why they did it, because if you were to do it by hand, that's a lot of resources to commit to a remaster of a game that is 24 years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Like
I...
I'm not blaming the devs for using AI for this purpose.
And also, like, for the most part, it's good. Like, look at this room. This room is really well done.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that you have to, like, wonder of how technology scales up. But also, I digress. I don't know if I save, so I'm gonna save, and then we're gonna call it.
Would you like to experiment with recruiting black pros to see that you can?
We'll do that on Wednesday. Because Wednesday's probably going to be finishing up Niccolo, finishing up Gilbert, and then just ending the game.
So why did Black Pearl leave your party?
Practically because now that the Jumi race is back up and running, Black Pearl is like one of the best knights of the realm, so she's back to guarding her people. Practically, and this is with every character, if they're still in your party and you go to their house, they just leave awkwardly. They're like, "Oh, you're going home? Well, bye."
I